What up, world? It's Peter Emu. Today we got our pitch competition for a venture for them, going for the 5K. Flew in from LA for this, man. We just had the BET Hip Hop Awards yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Quick 50 an hour. Just to hang with your favorite celebrities on the BET red carpet. That was a vibe. That was my first time in Vegas too. I ain't document as much as I should have, but I am documenting this joint. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of this accelerator. This time for Tykoon Sports, we're on like 3, 4 as of last week accelerators now. Oh, I'm tired. So quick explainer video. An accelerator program is essentially a program that once you get into it, it works with you between 8 weeks, some are 3 months, 6 months, 8 months on your business. Excuse me. Most of them go over like finding your MVP, ideating your ideal customer, how to get fundraising, all of that type of stuff. And then at the end of the program, you typically pitch for money. So I've actually done 6 accelerator programs. So I did one for my marketing agency. That's essentially just like a traditional agency. And then I also did one for my business that this video is about, which is more of my newer business, is a sports business where we work with student athletes to help build their personal brands. And the reason why I'm making this video is honestly just to document the process, like in case a lot of people are thinking of starting a business or even thinking about a way to get funding without giving away equity or without giving up too much things that they're not too familiar about. So yeah, and then hopefully I think sometime in this video I'm going to play some of my practice pitches, and if you go on my Instagram you can also see some of my older pitches as well. But this is the first one that I've done for my sports stuff. I've done some pitches like they have like pull up and pitches where you like pull up and pitch for like 60 seconds, but this one was 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just wanted to make a quick context video. And I've been doing stuff like this. Right now I'm 23. I've been doing accelerator programs probably since I was like 20, you know what I'm saying? So again, if you're trying to get into like business and looking for a way to raise funding, I think accelerator programs are a way to go. You learn a lot, you meet amazing people. Sometimes they mentor you up with amazing mentors. So I think overall it's a great experience. So let me know if I should make more content like this. Let's get back to the vid. I ain't gonna lie. Black Ambition Venture for them, HBCU 5. And y'all know I've been practicing for this pitch for a hot minute. This is really going to be able to help out with like the app development because I'm bootstrapping it, paying bro 200, 300 here. It's slowing down the process of really getting this app out. I think this would be a great opportunity to really just expedite that and get shit going, man. And hopefully I attract some other investors as well, bro. But you know, I just wanted to make a quick video. Yo, peep this shit. My mom's glass was broken out of, so we riding with a whip. Some crazy shit, bro. With the garbage bag in the joint. But that don't stop the hustle, man. Still got to make it to this pitch competition on time. 15 minutes away. Hopefully gonna have the family there, because I think my secret is gonna be looking at people that I know, because then it's gonna feel like a regular conversation. But I'm pretty confident in the pitch. I've done it in different settings, you know what I'm saying? Loud, quiet. Probably gonna do it a few more times when I arrive. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, man. You know, so I'm feeling pretty good. And you know, just looking forward to this and looking forward to the vibe of the spot. Kind of want to see, I don't know why I'm tired right now before this pitch. This is not good. I need to get my energy up. Yeah, kind of want to go see the setup, but we're gonna be pitching in like an hour 30 from now, so I have more than enough time to practice, get feedback, type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I'm gonna practice and get feedback from anybody, just because I feel like I've done enough where I need feedback. I feel like I just need to stick to what I have. It's a little too late to make too many adjustments. So that's kind of where we at. Oh no, wrong lane, wrong lane. Oh, all right, we good. I'm about to make the wrong turn. But let me focus back on this road, y'all. CEO and founder of Tykoon Sports. Quick show of hands here. Is anybody familiar with NIL? Have anybody heard the term? Okay, I see you. Okay, cool. For those who are not, in June of 2021, the NCAA passed a law allowing collegiate athletes to now make money off of their personal brand, specifically their name, image, and likeness. Prior to this, student athletes were not allowed to make any portion of the profits in millions and billions generated from the college sports business. So why is NIL so important? Brands are looking to spend $7 billion next year on influencer marketing, and this is subject to increase 15% year over year. Student athletes can now utilize NIL in their 4 years in college to start brands, businesses, and lead themselves into opportunities that can set them straight and their families for life. And lastly, student athletes are now in a position to act as social agents and make changes in the community. And some of us all know athletes are some of the most followed platforms on social media. So we went ahead and interviewed over 150 student athletes, and 75% of them had 0 NIL deals. They flagged creating content, building a personal brand, and securing brand deals as a key pain point, and rated the support from their university as a 3 out of 10. So the problem is clear. Student athletes have no clear understanding, neither is there an emphasis on building a personal brand, neither is the resource provided by universities effective, and the available options are limited in their capabilities. So we're looking to create an all-in-one NIL solution that is NIL driven, that will centralize all portions of NIL for student athletes. So in our app here, student athletes will be able to use our assistant to come up with content ideas for their social media, to showcase who they are on and off the field. They'll also be able to set goals, sell and promote their custom merch, and access brand deals. And we're currently working on a feature to allow them to secure brand partnerships, secure job opportunities, So this app will be primarily sold to universities and high school athletic departments, priced anywhere between $49.99 and $69.99, depending on the features. And this will be per month per student. An average school has over 200 students. Now the difference in the features here is that our basic feature solely just comes with our AI assistant and the social media facing portion. The second tier comes with the social media and the brand partnerships option. And then the last and preferred tier comes with the social media, brand, and merchandise option, all in one for the student athlete. And for the student athletes who are at schools that we're not partnered with, we will be taking 20% of deals and merchandise that they make from the app. So looking at our competitor landscape here, we are the only brand that not only services brand partnerships and merchandise for student athletes, but also has a focus on building a personal brand and utilizing campus support, which we'll touch on in a moment. So last year, over $1 billion was brought in within 1,100 universities, and within the first year of NIL, $900 million were made. All right, it's a lot of money and opportunity here, okay? Now, our go-to strategy comprises of campus representatives who are college students at various locations who are tasked with creating awareness around our platform and our offerings at their schools, as well as automated and personalized outreach to universities, followed by conferences and summits where key stakeholders are present. So here's a quick snapshot of our team. Amazing, bright Gen Zers, a good amount of us from HBCU backgrounds, coming from top companies like Google, Meta, the Walt Disney Company, Lionsgate, and some of the companies you see on the screen here. And we also have 20 additional volunteers who are committing their time pro bono. So currently we're finishing the development of the app and looking to launch our test group by the end of the year, and looking to release this with universities after testing at the top of May of next year. So we've also been featured in Sports Illustrated, the Business of College Sports, as well as partake in Black Ambition Accelerator, HB5, and obviously Venture for Them. And in our first year of business operating as an agency, we brought in over $25,000 in deals, accumulated over 3,700 followers, and worked with over 70 athletes across the country, working with amazing brands that you can see here on the screen. So we're asking for $250,000, which will go into app development, staffing, licensing rights, and more. And looking into year 2, if we're able to bring 3 schools, 2 on our basic version and 1 on our premium version, we'll be able to be bringing in an annual recurring revenue of $357,000. And then by year 5, we're able to onboard 50 schools, again with the mix of both our basic and premium options. We're looking to be bringing in $6 million in revenue, and this is not including non-partner athlete revenue and other additional streams of revenue that we're planning out. Again, my name is Peter Ai from Tykoon Sports. Thank you for listening. Peter Ai, representing Tykoon Sports. All right, so greetings everybody. My name is Peter Ai, the CEO and founder of Tykoon Sports. Quick show of hands, have anybody heard of the acronym NIL? Yeah, we have 2 people that doing that beautiful. So for those who don't know, NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. You can think about it as influencer marketing, student athlete edition. So in June of 2021, the NCAA passed a law allowing student athletes to make money off the use of their name, image, and likeness, essentially their personal brand. Prior to this, student athletes were left out of the billions of dollars of profits generated from the college sports business. So why is NIL super important? Brands are projected to spend $6 billion in influencer marketing in 2025, and this is projected to increase 15% year over year. For my family people in the building, if your student decides to go to school for college and maximize NIL appropriately, they'll be able to establish brands, businesses, and professional endeavors to help them sustain their life and achieve national pro, which statistically most student athletes do not. So we decided to survey over 150 student athletes, and 75% of them had 0 NIL deals, highlighted creating content, establishing a personal brand, and securing brand deals as a key pain point, and rated their university support 3 out of 10. So the problem is evident here now, right? We are grateful that NIL is here. However, a lot of student athletes, most that look like me and most of us here in this room, are not able to fully maximize NIL due to the lack of a strong personal brand, visibility, and effective tools to help them maximize this NIL experience. So our solution is an AI-driven software that works with student athletes to increase their earning potential, to fully maximize NIL, and centralize all components of NIL into one platform. So in our software here, student athletes can use our AI marketing assistant to come up with content ideas for their social media, set goals, to showcase who they are outside of the field and the court. They'll also be able to sell, promote, and sell merchandise, as well as brand partnership opportunities, and all of the one software. So this will be primarily scaled to universities, university parties, where you can go to the field and $60 million per student. Basically, an average university has 200 student athletes. The difference between our option here is simply our first option, my program comes with just AI focus, social environment focus. The second tier comes with our social and partnership feature, and then the third comes with social partnership and so essentially that comprehensive experience there. And then for schools where universities are not yet paying for our app, we'll be taking 20% commission in deals and sales for merchandise. So in comparison to our app here, we are the only platform that not only focuses on brand partnerships and merchandise, but has an emphasis on building a personal brand and on campus support, which I'll touch on in a moment. And looking into our market size here, $1.1 million is brought in revenue from the NCAA, with over 1,100 schools offering sports offerings, and within the first year of NIL, $900 million made by college athletes via deals, merchandise, and more. So our go-to-market strategy, as you can see, is pretty diverse here, but some of our main ones are campus representatives. These are essentially students who are tasked with creating awareness around our app and offerings across various universities, as well as personalized and automated outreach via SMS, voicemail, and email to high school and universities, athletic departments, as well as some of these other approaches you can see here on the screen. So here's a quick snapshot of our amazing team, young, bright minds, led by myself, class of 2022 Morgan State grad, with marketing experience from some of your favorite companies like Walt Disney Company, BET, Lionsgate, just to name a few. Who you don't see on the screen here, we also have 20 plus volunteers who align with our vision so much that they dedicate their time pro bono, so we don't have any paid employees just yet. And currently we're improving our MVP here, which you saw a bit earlier. We're looking to launch a test group at the end of the year with some athletes. And when budget opens for schools, we look to partner with universities and high schools around May of next year. So in terms of our traction, in our first year of business operating as an agency, we brought in a little bit over $25,000 in revenue via deals and sponsorships, working with a little over 50 athletes and facilitating 100 brand deals in our first year. We've been featured in Sports Illustrated, Bits of College Sports, and Forbes Accelerator. Shout out to Venture for them, as you can see on the screen here. And our ask is $250,000, which will go into app development, licensing, staffing, legal fees, and more. And looking to have a quick look at our financial forecast here, we're able to onboard 3 schools at mix of our premium and basic version. Again, 200 students at an average school. We're looking at bringing in $357,000 again in annual recurring revenue. And then at year 5, which I think can attain a bit sooner if we're able to onboard 60 schools, again, at our premium and or basic mix of options, $6 million again at 50 schools. My name is Peter Yu, CEO and founder of Tykoon Sports. Thank you for listening. Yeah.
Thank you, great job, great presentation. The main question I have is, I know NIL is going to be a crowded space, as most spaces are when they're growing like that, and it's new. I'd like to learn a little bit more about your team and how their unique experiences separate themselves from what's going to be an increasingly crowded space.
Yeah, so one thing that we've seen in NIL that a lot of brands are not following earlier is when people hear NIL, they think about bills or collective donations. Again, a lot of student athletes don't have a personal brand to maximize that in the first place. So from our experience working with athletes in an agency style model, we saw ourselves working with student athletes to like build the personal brand before then start maximizing that brand partnership space. So for myself, and as you're here, used to work at Google, to Amari, who used to work for a Disney company, we all have experiences that centers around building that personal brand, and then we've been able to establish a great number of networks when it comes to brand partnerships to facilitate brand opportunities, but we want to make sure that student athletes have a sustainable brand to like actually get like more than $50 per post or more than $50 for partnerships. What we're seeing right now is student athletes who lack that personal brand. So I think filling in that void of making sure that before athletes get on, start even thinking about brand deals and have that personal brand established is essentially where we come in to solve the issue in the space.
Really innovative idea. About how much time does it take you to convert a university when you first initially meet someone and have a conversation to them saying, yes, that's my contract?
It's been taking like no more than 3 calls. So we've spoken to Ohio State, Jackson State University, Wisconsin, and a lot of us are ready to just onboard. A lot of them are ready for us to just onboard their student athletes. So currently, we're training the AI to like be specific because the AI portion is one of the more unique portions where student athletes can input their hobbies and interests, and then it will give you content ideas where a lot of student athletes struggle with. So we're training the AI currently to be fine-tuned before onboarding schools, but we have a good amount of schools who are interested in starting with us after we answer questions.
Going back to your first year stats, what's the average conversion time for one of your student athletes to actually land a brand deal or anything like that?
That's actually a great question. So we've seen 2 scenarios. So we've seen one scenario where an athlete comes to us with an established personal brand, and that timeline and turnaround is a bit more faster than athletes that we have to like build a personal brand and help them actually stand out to brands. But to kind of give you some new rules for athletes who come to us with like actual personal brands, it takes us between like 3 or 4 weeks to activate brands or partnerships. Our study is like once we onboard an athlete, we should kind of already have some brand partnerships in mind. So like that 3 or 4 weeks normally is like contract negotiation with the brand or whatnot, but we're very intentional about like athletes when we onboard. So it should be a situation where like you onboard us and we have like at least something for you to start with, if that makes sense. At least that's how we go about it. For sure.
What is the highest technical debt line that you currently have? Meaning, what do you currently have from a technical product stance that is costing you greatly and hoping to reduce as you continue to scale and onboard more members?
Yeah, the development of the app. Fortunately for us, we've been able to get the app for an affordable rate. I believe the app all in is going to cost shy of $10K. So that's essentially, but currently where we at, because like I'm bootstrapping, like he's getting it like piece by piece. So like when I get a little here, he gets it. When I get a little here, he gets it, and develops in that stage. So our goal is to continue running competitions like this to expedite that process, and we can just close that out and actually wipe that up and get things going. But outside of that, as mentioned, a lot of people working with us right now work for bono, so they're doing it for like internship experience or work experience, so we're not necessarily paying anything right now outside of time.
Honestly, out of curiosity, can you say a little bit more about your AI? Are you building it off of an existing model?
That's a good question. Yeah, so that's a good question. So before building out the app, one thing that we did is, I'm not sure if you're familiar that OpenAI, in other words, ChatGPT, they kind of give you that functionality to create your own AI. So you can go in ChatGPT and like train it to like do a specific task. So we already have one with OpenAI, one of the first that could do so. So we're training our app based off the AI that we already created with OpenAI, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my final question, how are you thinking about security, data security, and privacy right now? Is that something that's kind of happening, or are you trying to do it?
That's a great question. So we actually just got into an accelerator called How to Launch AI. And it's a launch for an accelerator that is focused specifically on AI businesses for a question just like that. So they're going to be providing us with security resources and mentorship to make sure we don't fall into any traps as it relates to like data review and whatnot.
So what I'm understanding is it's an app. So do you all get any percentage of if that athlete then has deals? Is there something that some residual income that you receive from that?
Yeah, so as you can see here, we have the 20% commission.
I understand.
Yeah, sorry. I know I kind of went probably a little bit too fast. Apologies, my nerves. But 20%. of deals and merchandise sold from the app will go to us, and that's if the school is not paying for it. So primarily, the school will be paying for this on behalf of the student athlete. So it will be a situation to where though you come to the school and it's like, welcome to Morgan State University. A part of your athletic experience is this Tykoon app that is provided at you at no cost. And then if that's not the case, that's when we will fall into this 20% split, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
For sure.
Awesome job, Peter. Representing Morgan State University on my page. Make some noise.
God be the glory. I won the pitch competition, my first pitch competition I won. This is my mom, super happy. This is the very first time I pitched in front of her. So we came out in first place for my business, Tykoon Sports. Again, I'm just 23, doing this to document the journey of my business. If you like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe if I should make more content about the journey on becoming an entrepreneur, and hope to see you on the next video.